Jai Shri Ram, Hare Krishna. Remember, Krishna and Rama are the same. Rama Shastra Bhrutamaham. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna clearly declares, I am Rama. So, some people seem to be having some confusion when I say Jai Shri Ram and I am talking about Bhagavad Gita. There is no confusion. In fact, Tulsidas in his life once, when he went to Mathura, he had a darshan of Krishna, but then he was hesitating to sing praises of Krishna because he always said that he is a Ram Bhakta and he does not worship anyone else. So, as Tulsidas was having a darshan of Krishna, many people were observing what was happening, and I believe suddenly the Murti of Krishna, the Vigraham, appeared like Rama to everybody. And Tulsidas also had this miraculous vision. And then he understood Rama, Krishna are the same. Tulsidas also wrote Gitavali. So, Krishna, the anagram is shrink. The word shrink means a psychologist. Americans, take great pride in going to their shrink every week. So, it is a fashion symbol. Who's your shrink? Now, we don't have to start going to our shrink because our shrink is Sri Krishna. If you study Bhagavad Gita, Krishna will be your personal shrink, cognitive psychologist par excellence. Once you really study the Bhagavad Gita seriously, remember the best interpretation is your own interpretation. Of course, you have to read the meanings of the words and also read what many great commentators have said about each verse. And remember again, you take the sar. Don't waste your time focusing too much on what Arjuna said. Arjuna, 574, 84 shlokas, Arjuna. Sanjaya 41 and Dhritarashtra 1, Krishna 574. Within the 574 also, you will find some of them are the sar. So, Krishna himself tells us in Uttara Gita, Ananta Shastram Bahuveditavyam Alpascha Kalam Bahavascha Vigna Yatsara Bhutam Tadupasitavyam Hamso Yada Kshiram Ivambu Mishram. Take the sar. Even from the Bhagavad Gita, you can take just the sar. Take the butter and in fact take the ghee. Once you render butter, heat it, then you get strain it, you get ghee. Take the ghee. Even from the Bhagavad Gita, that is sufficient. So anyway, please understand and never forget, who is your shrink? Tell people proudly, my shrink is Sri Krishna. Because Krishna, Krishn, the anagram means simply a rearrangement of letters which creates another word. Krishna's anagram is shrink. Krishna, shrank. When you say Krishna, it means that you are thanking Krishna for having shrank your mind, which has expanded to such an extent that you are accommodating a lot of nonsense from the material world and you are obsessed. Asha pasha shatair baddha. Asha pasha shatair baddha kama krodha parayana ihante kama bhogardam anyayena artha sanchayan. 1612, please read the meaning. So, asha pasha shatair baddha. So, your mind, our minds have become so expanded because they are trying to accommodate all our wishes, hopes and selfish desires. Krishna has shrunk it down so that your mind is free, chitta vimukti, so that you are free from the bondage of the mind, and karya vimukti is also guaranteed, which means the final emancipation, samam bonam, salvation, moksha, nirvana, freedom from the never ending cycle of birth and death. How you can become a jivan mukta? By working for Krishna. That is why 1866 Krishna says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyo moksha ishami ma shuchaha. So, while living right now, you can experience moksha. Okay? And if you take Krishna with the I, without the I, Krishna became shrank, and if you put the I also, then rankish. Rank is a word with a few negative connotations also. Even that is applicable, because when we are dealing with rascals and crooks, we can become even more rascally and more crooked. Shate shatam samacharet. Shatam pratishatam. Bruyad adaram pratichadaram. If people are respectful, be nice to them. Shatam pratishatam. If people are cunning, be cunning, more cunning, get wilier. Outfox those rascals. Outfox them. If people are cunning, be more cunning. Because this is Kali Yuga. Actually, Krishna was in Dwapara. So, Krishna was setting us an example, setting examples for us. In Dwapara, people were not as bad as they are in Kali Yuga. So, you have to be several steps ahead of what Krishna already said then. Shatam pratishatam. With the wily, get wilier. Outfox the cunning. Bruyad adaram pratichadaram. People respect you and treat you cordially and nicely, treat them respectfully. Tatra dosho na bhavati. Tatra dosho na bhavati. Don't think that there is any fault in, Kitty being applying the policy of tit for tat. Tit for tat. Of course, sometimes we will try to help even those who harm us. That's a different context. Okay? Tatra dosho na bhavati. Dushte dushtam samacharet. Shate shatyam samacharet. Dushte dushtam samacharet. With the cruel, be cruel. If somebody harms another person, causes grievous injury, give this fellow the same injury, or at least double that injury, so that it serves as a good deterrent for other criminals. Potential criminals will be scared of committing that crime, and this fellow will learn a lesson for his lifetime. So, this Dandaniti is essential. If you don't, then this fellow will continue harming others, and when you are in a position to punish and if you fail, you will have to partake of the consequences of having failed to punish this rascal. And by the way, by punishing this rascal, you are actually saving him, so that he doesn't have to be born again. If he follows Bhagavad Gita, he can become a Jivan Mukta even now. Otherwise, if he doesn't get the punishment, he will have to be born again and suffer the consequences of the papams that he has committed. So, rankish. Rank means foul smelling, rank means so many other things. So, rank can be used in a negative context, and that's why I said shatam pratishatam. Dushte dushtam samacharet, shate shatyam samacharet. Rankish also means strong. Rankish growth is a very strong, uncontrollable growth. So, in Kali Yuga, make sure that all Hindus become like Hanumans, uncontrollable, because once Hanuman gets angry, he will set the whole Lanka on fire. So, this is exactly our task. Every Hindu has to follow Krishna. Rankish growth should be considered. Rankish growth should be the objective. Hinduize everything. Hinduize everything. And militarize the Hindu. Militarize the Hindu. Rankish growth of temples, Hanuman temples, Hindu gyms, everywhere. Hinduize everything. Whether it's a college, whether politics, everything should be Hinduized. And militarize the Hindu. Even girls should become like Jhansi Lakshmi Bai. So Krishna, anagram is shrink. And who is a shrink? Shrink used as a noun means a psychologist. So Krishna is our personal cognitive psychologist. He will improve your thinking, because Krishna is the ultimate critical thinking master. Unlike gods of other religions, see, the gods of other religions are psychopaths who are bloodthirsty. So they are corrupting. And the armies of Kauravas is always much bigger than the Pandavas. So you see, about 4 billion scoundrels are there, malachas are there. In fact, the atheists are far better. Atheists who don't believe in Krishna or believe in God at all, you will find that most of them are very good human beings. Though they don't believe in God, in fact, the atheists are very good, excellent human beings, most of them at least. Not the communist atheists, they are worse than these malachas. I hope you enjoyed this small talk. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna.